Dreaming of moving to Columbia, South Carolina, but feeling overwhelmed by the what ifs? Wondering if you'll like living here once the moving truck pulls away? I'm Jill Hydrick, your go-to realtor and Columbia relocation expert. I help people like you confidently make the move and fall in love with the life here. In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on your first month in Columbia so you can stop stressing and start getting excited about your next chapter. Okay, you've made the big decision. You're thinking about Columbia, South Carolina, and maybe you've even visited here. But when you finally make the move and that moving truck pulls away, that's when it gets real. Boxes surround you, yes, but you're also exciting and maybe slightly intimidating feeling of, okay, this is it. I live in Columbia now. Once you've located the coffee maker and your favorite mug, because caffeine is essential on moving day, the absolute first priority is getting the house up and running. We're talking utilities, the absolute must-haves. You'll need to get electricity, internet, and water set up in your name. Around here, Dominion Energy and Spectrum are pretty common. Still, depending on the exact neighborhood you choose, maybe you're looking at Lexington or the northeast side of Columbia, your water could be through the city of Columbia, or it could even be a county provider. Don't sweat those details. Figuring this out is part of what I do to help my clients with before moving day even arrives. Getting these connected smoothly means you're not fumbling in the dark or relying on cell data just when you need to look up where the nearest pizza place is. This first week is also about those crucial first reconnaissance missions. You've got to learn your immediate surroundings. Where's the closest grocery store with the one that has a cereal brand you can't live without? Which gas station is easiest to get into and out of? And seriously, drive around your neighborhood at different times of day. You'll quickly start to see which roads get backed up. Yes, I'm looking at you, Harbison, especially on a Saturday afternoon. And you'll find those little shortcuts the GPS doesn't tell you about. Remember that feeling of finally knowing your way around your old town? You'll get that here too, and it all starts this week. And because, let's be real, sometimes things happen in a new house. A light switch you can't figure out, a finicky faucet. Don't panic. Part of being your realtor isn't just finding you the house, it's making sure that you feel supported once you're in it. I have a go-to list of trusted local handymen, plumbers, electricians, you name it. They're folks my clients rely on, and I'm happy to share those resources with you. It's all about making that transition as smooth as possible. All right, moving into week 2. Okay, you survived week 1. The essential boxes are probably unpacked. You know where the coffee filters are, hopefully, and you're starting to breathe a little bit easier. In week 2, you begin to tackle the official stuff of becoming a South Carolina resident and expand your horizons beyond just the immediate street. First on the agenda for many people in week 2 is the DMV. Yes, the dreaded Department of Motor Vehicles. You'll need to get your South Carolina driver's license and update your vehicle registration if you plan on being here long term. Now, I'm not going to lie, the DMV can be an adventure, but knowing which locations tend to be less busy, maybe the one in Blythewood versus the one right down in downtown, and having all your paperwork in order before you go makes a massive difference. Think of it as a rite of passage. I always tell my clients exactly what documents they'll need to avoid being that painful, oh, you're missing this one thing moment. Getting this done early helps you start feeling officially rooted into our state. With some of the official bits handled, week 2 is also perfect for getting out and exploring more of what Columbia offers. It's easy to stay within a 2-block radius when you first move. But now it's time to venture a little further out. Drive to a park in a different part of town. Maybe the beautiful walking trails at Saluda Shoals Park, or take the dogs for a run at the Columbia Canal and Riverwalk. Discover coffee shops outside your immediate neighborhood. Many people just love Loveland Coffee in Irmo, or the vibe at Azalea Coffee Bar in Forest Acres. These little explorations help Columbia feel bigger and more exciting, not just the area right around your new house. And if you're moving with family, week 2 often involves getting the kids settled. This means confirming school registration, transferring documents, and figuring out the bus routes or carpool logistics. navigating school districts can feel complex. Are you in Lexington 1, Richland 2, or somewhere else? This is a major factor for families when choosing a home, and we discuss it in detail during the home search process to ensure that we find the house in the school district that best fits your children's needs. Getting this clear early on brings so much peace of mind. Pets are family too. Finding a local vet is important. Columbia has fantastic options like Grace Animal Hospital or Sunset Animal Clinic, but great clinics exist everywhere. Getting your pet's records transferred and finding a vet nearby are essential tasks that make life feel normal for you and your furry friend. By the end of the week, too, you've handled some key administrative tasks and taken those first steps to see more of Columbia. You're starting to connect with the city's rhythm and seeing how your daily life might unfold here. It's about moving from living in a house to living in Columbia. Hitting your stride in week 3, you've powered through the initial setup and tackled the important paperwork. By week 3, a shift happens. The house feels less like a science project and more like your home. You've probably found your favorite spot on the couch. You know, where all the light switches are and the mountain of boxes has significantly shrunk. This is when you get to dive right into the life of Columbia. Week 3 is about exploring and finding places to become your new favorites. You have to experience Soda City Market downtown on a Saturday morning. It's not just a farmer's market, it's a whole vibe. Imagine strolling down Main Street, live music playing, grabbing a killer breakfast biscuit or a local pastry, and browsing unique vendors. It's a perfect snapshot of Columbia's energy and community spirit. Or maybe you'll spend some time at Riverbank Zoo and Garden, one of the best in the country, or walk around the network of trails along the rivers at the Riverwalk. These aren't just tourist spots. These are places where Columbians hang out and we enjoy the outdoors. And can we talk about the food scene? By week 3, you'll want to explore the local flavors beyond just the chains. Columbia has seriously underrated food scene, from the classic Southern barbecue, think Doc's Barbecue or Midwood Smokehouse, to amazing international cuisine and creative locally owned restaurants in areas like the Vista or Divine Street. Finding your go-to spot for pizza, burgers, or a nice dinner becomes part of the fun of settling in. I always share my favorites and hidden gems with clients, and yes, I'll tell you where to find the best pimento cheeseburger. Beyond just places, week 3 is when you start thinking about finding your community. Whether you're into fitness, volunteering, joining a book club, or finding a faith community, there are many ways to connect here. Columbia has a friendly, welcoming vibe, and plugging into the group or activity is key to feeling truly settled. It's that feeling of seeing familiar faces and building new relationships that transforms a new city into your home. By the end of week 3, you're not just living in Columbia, you're starting to feel like a Columbian. You've navigated the practicalities and are now experiencing the fun, the culture, and the community that make this city so special. You're building your new routine and discovering the rhythm of living here. You've made it through your first month in Columbia. Take a moment to appreciate that you've accomplished seriously. You've navigated the packing, the moving, the unpacking, well, for the most part. Tackled utilities and paperwork and started to explore and find your footing in a new city. That's no small feat. By week 4, you should feel a noticeable shift. Things are starting to feel less new and more, well, normal. You're probably getting lost less often, you're finding your favorite routes, and you're feeling more confident about getting around. You're not even turning on your GPS every single time you get into the car. This is the point where Columbia starts to feel like yours. You found your go-to coffee shop, maybe discovered a favorite park for a walk, and you're starting to recognize names of local businesses you want to check out. You've gotten a real taste of the pace of life here, that blend of relaxed Southern charm with enough going on to keep things interesting. It's a city that lets you breathe, but still offers plenty to do when you feel up for it. As you wrap up your first month, it's natural to start looking further down the road. Maybe during the first month, you discovered that neighborhood you initially picked isn't quite the perfect long-term fit, or perhaps you've fallen in so in love with Columbia that you've already considered buying your first home here instead of renting. Or maybe life is just changing. Growing family, a new job situation, and you've considered your next home here. This is why I'm not here to talk about the first month after you move. My goal is to help you find not just a house, but the right house in the right neighborhood that truly fits your life here in Columbia, both now and in the future. Knowing the ins and outs of the different areas before you even pack a simple box can make a massive difference in how quickly and how happily you settle in. So as you reflect on what your first month in a new city could be like, and if Columbia feels like a place where you want to plant roots, whether that's in the next few months or even a year from now, remember that getting expert advice from the start is key. I can help you understand the market, explore the different communities that match your lifestyle, and ensure that when you arrive, you're arriving at the perfect place for you. By the end of this week, you're not just a visitor anymore. You're becoming a resident. You've got your base camp established, and the whole city of Columbia is ready for you to explore further in the months and the years to come. Let's wrap this up and discuss how we can make your move to Columbia a reality. So there you have it, a realistic look at your first month if you choose to make Columbia, South Carolina your home. We've walked through getting the essentials set up, navigating the official stuff, exploring the fantastic local scene, and finally setting into your unique rhythm here. Moving to a new city is a huge undertaking, especially one you might not know well. There are so many unknowns and things to figure out. It can honestly feel a little bit overwhelming trying to piece it all together from afar. You're not just looking for a house, but a life in a new place. That's exactly where I come in. My passion is helping people like you confidently leap to Columbia and land in a place that you love, not just for the first month, but for the years to come. I know this city inside and out, the neighborhoods, the market trends, the nuances that make a big difference. My job is to use that knowledge to make your move smooth, stress-free, and ultimately successful as possible. Don't spend hours endlessly scrolling online, unsure where to start. Let's chat. I can help you pinpoint the neighborhoods that match your lifestyle, shed light on what to expect from the Columbia real estate market right now, and answer your burning questions about making this city your home. Please think of me as your personal guide to relocating to Columbia. I aim to give you the clarity and the confidence you need to move forward. If you're even thinking about moving to Columbia, stop wondering and start planning. The first step is easy. Schedule a free, no-pressure consultation call with me. We'll talk about your needs, hopes for the new life in Columbia, and how I can help you find the perfect place to start that next chapter. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Leave a comment sharing what you're most curious about when it comes to moving, and subscribe to my channel for more insights into living and thriving in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm Jill Hydrick, your local friend and realtor, and truly can't wait to welcome you home to Columbia. Send me a text or email and let's start planning your next move today.